Hey everybody, this is Karen Glutch from Five Spokes Fitness. Welcome to episode 4 of How I Built This Ride. This is where I share how the 6 key steps of how I built one of my profiles. Today we're going to look at the roller coaster ride. If you are already subscribed to Five Spokes Fitness, you will have received this profile, I believe, on Tuesday. So hopefully you've had a chance to either look at it or potentially maybe you've already ridden it with your riders. So if you aren't signed up, it's super easy. Just go out to fivespokesfitness.com and look under profiles for instructors, and you will find the roller coaster ride along with the playlist from Spotify. So let's jump in. We're going to cover the first 4 aspects of building a ride. So number 1, all rides start with inspiration. What was my inspiration for this ride? Actually, it was pretty straightforward. I was watching TV and a commercial came on and it had a roller coaster involved, and I thought, that's just like a ride. So I had my instructor hat on, constantly scanning the environment for what everyday things can you turn into inspiration for a ride. I mean, you go up a hill on a roller coaster, you go fast coming down, and then you go into those rollers as you get ready for the next big climb. And I'm like, that's perfect for a ride. So I envisioned describing this ride to my class during the intro that if you could go on a roller coaster, but you were, on your bike instead of in one of those carts, what would that feel like? So really kind of challenging your riders to take some responsibility for their motivation and excitement. And it gave me a chance to paint a different picture and maybe coach and cue a little bit differently. So that was the inspiration. What were the goals for the ride? Remember, when you put together a profile, you want to set a goal, and then everything you do in that ride helps riders achieve that goal. And you as an instructor can have a goal for the ride as well. So the goals for this ride, for my riders, climbing skills, speed skills, right? Because you're going to use both. And also challenging them, like I said, to use their imagination, really get into it, have some fun with this. For me, it was an opportunity to paint a different picture and, just coach a little differently. Title, remember, title of your ride, it's like a playbill. It allows your riders to kind of envision, and what will this ride be like, right? So just saying today's profile is called roller coaster paints an instant picture. It's already an exciting title. So I didn't have to think too hard about this one. What vibe did I want? Well, it's interesting, right? Because when you think of roller coasters, they're in amusement parks, so you think of fun, excitement. But I wanted kind of something a little edgy too, because roller coaster rides are scary, right? They're a little scary too. So I thought, all right, 90s rock, which y'all know if you use my profiles. I am a big fan of 90s rock. It always delivers with that motivating but slightly edgy sound to it. Also, it's pretty good. The songs tend to be longer, like 4 or 5 minutes, 6 minutes. As opposed to a lot of pop songs today, they're 3 minutes if you're lucky. So inspiration, goal, title, and vibe. Next was, all right, well then what should it look like? What would the structure look like? I realized this is perfect because the structure it kind of came to me and it was easy, right? Because it actually looks kind of like this clip art of a roller coaster, right? After the warm up, you've got some steep climbs, and then I'm saying fast flats, but because you're going at a higher RPM, 90, low 100s, and you're mimicking that downhill because technically there's no downhill in indoor cycling. So the pattern, the structure of this ride, steep climb, right? Progressive steep climb, then fast, and then rollers, right? So finding a resistance where usually for rollers, I coach like RPM from 85 to like low 90s. You want something solid on the wheel where they can accelerate and then decelerate. So nice rollers like this, just like on a roller coaster or out on the road. I also put in a rider's choice, tunnel, if you will. So kind of painting that picture, and it's toward the end of the ride where you pick it, you pick what this is like. It's kind of your when you are at an amusement park on a ride and you go through a tunnel, it's kind of dark, so nobody knows. So go ahead, riders, here's your choice. The intensity of this ride it's hard to very hard. So when you think about recoveries, right, I don't have explicit recoveries built in, so you really want to be able to coach your riders to say, look, you have to modify intensity and or speed during this ride to respect your body, listen to your body, go hard when you can, back off when you need to, and they can use their rider choice tunnel to even recover if they need to. Again, it's theirs. And then we have a bigger, higher intensity finish. So that is the structure. Let's quickly talk about the playlist. So music, like I said, most of these songs are 90s rock. And it just, to me, I picked that, like I said, to create that vibe of helps with, challenging climbs, those fast speeds. Brian Wilson, that song just, it so delivers when you're doing a fast flat, in this case, a downhill. The first song, right, in your playlist, remember, you want to pick something that doesn't compete with your voice. So you're teeing up this ride, you're painting the picture of the roller coaster and what, the expectation will be. So I picked a song that, goes with the vibe, but doesn't compete with me. The middle, remember we talked about in our Using Music Masterfully workshop, in the middle, like they really, all these songs are kind of hard charging, but you want to make sure in the middle, you maybe use something a little motivational. I'm using higher for that song. And then remember, second to the last song, one of the things you might want to do, and I almost always do this in my playlist, is something that is kind of inspirational, but and doesn't compete with that last song, right? So it keeps the energy and the vibe where I want it, but it's allowing it kind of refueling the tank so that riders are really ready for that last song. And for that one, I did I Believe in You. Clearly those lyrics are like, inspirational. And then the last song, and I haven't used this song in so long, and I absolutely love it. So if you haven't heard this before, definitely listen to this. It's a great, Typical is a great finish song for a ride like this. And then Cool Down, I went with Dave Matthews. How can you have, 90s, primarily 90s playlists without Dave Matthews? And his song Crush. And it's perfect because it's longer. It's a clear downshift, like, yep, cooling down. And it's long enough to take you through a 2-minute cool down and well into your stretch. So that is my roller coaster ride, how I built it, the 6 key aspects of building a profile. And if you want to learn more, we have 3 workshops out at fivespokesfitness.com under workshops. Of course, become a ride idea machine, turn great ideas into great rides, and Using Music Masterfully. They're ready for download, so go check them out if you haven't done so already. As always, if you have any questions at all, email me, kgluch, fivespokesfitness.com. And, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and we do have a Five Spokes YouTube channel. That's where these videos are, and lots of how-to coaching videos out there as well. So thank you, and as always, stay awesome.